So, my name's Caleb McCall, and I'm a freshman here at Arkansas State University. And I just want to talk with you about some of the most important things that I think you should know coming into college. So, I know with me, it all started with my expectations. So, I went to a school that was very lucky to have a campus like facility to use. So, we had to take 5, 10, 15-minute walks to get to our next class, walking across the grounds of the campus and stuff like that. And so it set me up at least for the class schedule, because we also had a built-in study hall and we only took about 4 or 5 hours worth of class a day. And your classes were on a block rotating schedule, kind of like they are in college. So coming out of high school, I was expecting much of the same, with maybe a little bit more of a challenge academically and more responsibility for me when it comes to managing my time. And so I got to campus actually a little earlier than most of the other students. I got here with football, and so it gave me a little bit to adjust to the environment, the Arkansas State University environment, which is the campus layout, how to get from point A to point B, and different situations like that. But so I had a good 2 weeks to kind of adjust to it, and it took me a while, I'm not going to lie. So that was one of the challenges that I expected coming out of high school. So that expectation was met when it came to adjusting to the distance you have to travel from class to class, the responsibility that's laid on you to get from class to class, considering it's not just right down the hall. I also wanted to share with y'all maybe the first lesson I learned, the first thing that I was kind of like, it was kind of like a welcome to college moment. Like I finally realized, okay, I got to do this, and this is how it's going to be from now on. I was in oral communication, and we had 3 other students in the class that were working a full-time job and had at least 1 kid. So it kind of clicked for me in that moment that it's no longer something that is a laughable matter. People had fun in high school, which, don't get me wrong, people can have fun in college, but people are here to set themselves up to be successful the rest of life while also being successful for their family. So it was a realization that this is serious, and it's no longer a game, which high school wasn't. But it's a reality check, knowing that people are in your class to get a degree to provide for a family. And it causes you to take everything a lot more serious than you maybe would have. I think the biggest thing to do is see where other people have grown and try to grow yourself, I guess, before they did. So when I say grow yourself before they did, I mean expect it, so you're ready for it, and then you don't have to adjust on the fly like they had to. And I think that for me, the biggest thing that I want to impart on you as a surprise, or something that I had to do, was I have to find the self-motivation. This was my hardest part, was I had to find the motivation to get up every day and do football and do school and consistently show up and do my job every single day. And at first I struggled with it, but I'm falling in a good routine that I stick with. So I think for me, the biggest lesson I learned is the key to self-motivation, which is different for everybody, but something where you definitely need to know your personal key to motivate you. Which mine was, I had a fear of failure. I did not want to fail. I want to be more successful than my parents. Anything else that I would just tell y'all to pay attention to or be ready for is, to be completely honest, you got to pay attention in your Making Connections class. They're giving you the keys that nobody else really talks about. So when I say there's resources at our disposal that we wouldn't know about if it wasn't for Making Connections, I mean the student bulletin that writes out a whole degree plan for you, but also the handbook, because it's writing the do's and do nots of the university. So if you're familiar with those, I think you're pretty well off. That's really it. Those are kind of my steps to success in your freshman year at Arkansas State University.